Well, hello there. I'm Paul Campbell, as of course, and I haven't commented for quite a while politically on this channel, but things have been very interesting lately, and there's a few things I just wanted to put out there. This weekend has been quite significant with the rally in London, the United Kingdom celebration of life, which is also termed as the Tommy Robinson rally, which wasn't just Tommy. Tommy wasn't even there, of course. And obviously the subsequent news that he's now, today, been imprisoned for 18 months and for his contempt of court. And he's also facing another court proceeding concerning terrorism charges in a few weeks' time as well. Pretty disgusting the way that Tommy's been treated, really. I would class myself as a half Tommy Robinson fan. I'm a bit reticent because of his political history, and much as I support the guy and I agree with 99% of what he says, I am a political man, and I understand that we have to tread carefully with Tommy, and we have to sort of play a game around things. Now, just for the history, I was the UKIP regional officer in Wales until quite recently, until basically 6 months ago. And I joined Reform. I left UKIP and joined Reform. Difficult decision for me after 7 years with UKIP, really being a loyal UKIP man, really supported them through those difficult times, through the obviously the referendum on Europe. Since then, they've had a difficult time, and they just haven't seemed to have recovered from the problems they've had in the past. The latest leadership elections were pretty abysmal, really, and I just felt that Reform were the best option to try and get things done. Now, with Reform, not everything's perfect. I wasn't keen on the way the party was run. Wasn't keen on the lack of democracy. Certainly not keen on the way they talked about the British patriots, who many of them follow Tommy Robinson. But I thought I'd give them an opportunity and I'd give them a try. And I just saw that there is a chance with Reform, seeing the way they are developing. Now, I still believe that is the case. And unfortunately, of course, this weekend, Mr. Tice now has totally blown Tommy Robinson and his supporters, of which, let's be fair, there are millions. There was 150,000 perhaps at the rally on Saturday. I didn't go myself. I was hoping to go, but I didn't go. I supported the rally because it was not just about Tommy Robinson. It was about freedom of speech for the United Kingdom and about many other issues concerning patriotism. Mr. Tice on the weekend, on the Sunday morning, on the Camilla Tominey show on HGB News, was asked about his affiliation and does he support Tommy Robinson, to which he totally threw him under the bus by saying, "We are not involved with that lot. Nothing to do with us." And he really was being over the top about Reform, their attitudes about Tommy Robinson and about all those pictures. Let's be fair, not all of them are full Tommy Robinson supporters. A lot of people who went on that rally were just normal working men, working patriots. Some of them support UKIP, some of them support other parties. Reform, though, have benefited from Tommy Robinson and his supporters and from many patriots who go on these marches. And I think they may have lost a few this weekend. They've lost certain, so the Reform people who I know, some of them are not happy, and they are actually, some of them are quitting and leaving. Now, my first reaction was this is not good, and is Reform the right place for me? But I think we have to look at the bigger picture and perhaps think to ourselves, where are we? What can be achieved? And marches on their own do not actually achieve an awful lot. Obviously, they got £150,000 people out on the weekends. On Saturday in London was a massive thing. It got some media coverage. Of course, the MSM, the mainstream media, will never give it proper coverage, and really, apart from fleeting glimpses on BBC and ITV calling it a far-right rally, there was nothing really to help the cause, apart from GB News and of course the online YouTubers such who were there, like Maya Tuzi, like Paul Thorpe, who did some great work, Jeff Taylor, a few others there who promoted the event on YouTube, with some very, very big numbers, the followers. So there's where we are. So I am now in a situation which probably a lot of Reform supporters are, thinking, which way is this party going to go? Nigel Farage has been very quiet about the Tommy Robinson supporters, and basically he also denigrated Tommy a couple of weeks ago when asked about him, and he said nothing to do with us, that far right gang. So difficult to see where we go with Nigel and Tice in terms of people like myself who are on the verge of Tommy Robinson supporters, but also careful, and we're quite positive of a way forward. The way forward has got to be to treat things delicately. Now, I always say politics is a game, and we have to play the game. So I've told some of my Reform friends who are ready to quit, I said, look, hang on in there, hang on in, it's still the best opportunity. People in Britain will not vote for a far-right party, and Reform doesn't need to be a far-right party. It needs to be a centre-right, sensible, common-sense party with strong attitudes towards the main topics which this country is so concerned about at the moment. Obviously, immigration is the big issue, freedom of speech, and the two-tier policing, the treatment that we get. But we know what will happen if we step on a line, and I've said to my friends in Reform now, play the game, just calm down, let's just think about it, things for a bit, and let's just wait and see what happens. Let's hope that without Tyson Farage ever publicly supporting anybody who's involved with a Tommy Robinson march or anything, there may be a day when they at least sort of dismiss it without trashing it. And every party has to have different melting pots of ideas, and most parties have got a left and a right scenario as well, where there are people who are strong on the left, people strong on the right. And Reform will be like that. It will have people who are close to the ideologies of Tommy Robinson, but it'll also have people who are very liberal. I know from my UKIP days that they were infiltrated with a lot of Conservatives, a lot of Tories, and Reform has got a lot of liberal Tories in there. Some of them just in there for their own benefit, really, just looking what they can do to try and get their way up the greasy pole. Let's see where it goes, and let's not make some hasty decisions. Reform is by far still the best opportunity, especially in Wales, where we can possibly get 20 or 30 Senedd members into the Senedd in 2026. I'll be speaking to you later about Welsh politics in particular, and some of the dirty tricks that Labour are playing, and where we are in Welsh politics is fascinating. But Reform has got a brilliant chance in Wales. They've probably lost a few votes on the weekend, but they've been gaining votes in Wales all the time. So I'm hoping that we can look sensibly at the future and make some rational decisions without throwing the baby out in the bathwater. So keep watching this channel, keep watching Paul Campbell Live, and we'll give you some more information on Welsh politics and where we go from here in the future. Thank you.